So, are you a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident and who wants to sponsor your spouse so that they can join you in Canada and become a permanent resident? And you want to know about how to prove your relationship to the IRCC? Then you are at the right place. So, welcome back to my channel. This is Neha Bhalla, regulated Canadian immigration consultant, licensed and authorized to represent you in all your immigration and citizenship matters. So, before we start the video, please do subscribe my channel and like my videos so that I can share more such informative videos with you. So guys, in a spousal sponsorship application, whenever you are sponsoring your spouse, whether inland sponsorship or outland sponsorship, in both the scenarios, you must be able to prove your relationship basically with the sponsored person. You have to show that your relationship is genuine because your sponsorship application's approval is dependent on this aspect, that how you prove the genuineness of your relationship with your partner by providing evidence and supporting documentations. So today in this video we're going to talk about what are the documents and evidence that you can add in your application which would definitely support your application and make your application more stronger to prove the genuineness of your relationship with your spouse. First, let's talk about the basic documents, I would say the mandatory documents that should form a part of your application. First is the IMM 5532 questionnaire. So this is a questionnaire. Basically, you have to fill the answers and complete the form. So this is an important form which you have to make it a part of your application. And if it's not there, definitely you cannot prove the genuineness of your relationship. So this is an important form which you have to fill to prove your relationship. Then the second most important document to prove your relationship is your marriage certificate. So you have to give a proof of the registration of your marriage in a particular country or a particular city, right? And one important thing to take care of is if your marriage certificate is in a different language, not in English, in your regional language, then you have to get a translation done from a certified translator. And the third important thing is if either you or your spouse have earlier been married and divorced, so you have to provide a divorce proof that you or your spouse have now got a divorce and now entered into a new relationship, basically new marital relationship. Then if you have children, then you have to give the birth certificate proof of the children. And the same applies if it's in a different language, then you have to get the translations done. Translations is a must in case any of your document is not in English language. And then wedding invitation and photographs. These also form an important part of your application. And photos are always mandatory, I would say. But wedding invitation is necessary if it's a recent marriage. Because like 1 or 2 year old marriage, then it is a very good point, I would say, to give a wedding invitation. After these important mandatory documents, there are some other documents also, I would say, important good documents which could prove the genuineness of your relationship and make your application much more stronger. So let's go through these options, through these documentations one by one. So first is the evidence of the joint ownership of residential property. So if both of you have a house, a property in the name of both of you, so you have basically you jointly own a property, then you can submit the papers for that. So that acts as a proof that you jointly own a property. Then next is if you don't own a property, if you are living somewhere on rent, then you have a rental agreement, basically a lease rent agreement, a joint agreement which shows that both of you are living on rent on that particular place, then that also acts as a good evidence. Next is the joint bank accounts. It's good to show that you have common joint bank accounts. You can submit the bank statement of such joint bank accounts. Then car insurance, basically name of both of you, husband, wife, on the car insurance. Then other such government issued identifications showing that both of you have common address. Basic motive is that you have to show such documents which show that both of your address is same. So you can show driving license, that both of your address is same on the driving license. You can show phone bills, You can show pay stubs, salary slips which have your address. So both of your company salary slips shows the same address. So this shows that you're living on the same address. Your tax returns. So whatever documents basically shows your address and both of your address are same on those documents, then they act as a good proof basically to prove your relationship. And in case it's a new marriage and one of the spouses here in Canada and one is in another country, maybe India, then you can show flight tickets and you can show boarding passes, passport copies with stampings that yes, you visited them, you visited that country on a particular date, maybe before marriage or after marriage you visited your spouse. You can show some money transfers you are making to your spouse to help them survive over there. And yes, the next main important thing is very important nowadays is to show your show the screenshots. Take screenshots of your WhatsApp chats, take screenshots of your messengers chats, and take a screenshot of your social website. Basically on Facebook you show your status is married to this person. Screenshots of such things, they also help a lot. All these social media proofs, your chats screenshots, your Facebook status and everything. So all these basically social website everything, this should be under 10 pages I would say. So less than 10 pages you can show such proofs. And don't make the screenshots pictures very small, make it a normal size. And yes, you don't need to give translations of these. So if you are having a WhatsApp chat on in your particular language, then there is no need to give translation of these chats. Translations are required for official documents like your marriage certificate, birth certificate if they are in another language, the house property ownership documents if they are in other language. So such documents need translations, not your Facebook or Messenger or WhatsApp chats. So guys, I hope my video was informative to you and helpful to you. And now you know a few such more documents which could be helpful in making your application, your spousal sponsorship application stronger. So guys, please do subscribe my channel and like my video so that I get more motivated to make such more informative videos for you and come up with more such Canadian immigration topics for you. Thank you.